3, 2, 1. Hey guys, funny story. I actually just made this video like a couple minutes ago, and I'm testing out my Rode mic. I have it on my camera, and I didn't have my Rode mic plugged in properly, so I had all this great footage. Like, it was crystal clear. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, but it had absolutely no sound, so I'm like recording it again. But anyways, today's video, I know I haven't like posted in like forever, but I just wanted to do a video today about using your energy effectively. Using your energy effectively. I am notorious for not using my energy effectively. I think everyone is. I feel like everyone can have good and positive energy, but you just have to change things in your life. Sometimes, like a situation, a relationship, a friendship, or something that's going on in your life, or an event can change your energy. And I feel like if you don't try to actively promote positive energy within yourself, that it will just dissipate and you'll never see it again. So one of the things that can affect your energy for the worst is friendships. And I know everyone has friends, everyone loves their friends, but sometimes you can just have that one or two friend who just sucks or drains your energy. And I think it's positive, like, important to identify who that friend is and then cut them off for good. But like, I think that sometimes, like, we really want attention, or we really want to feel loved, or we just kind of go after that person, and we just want them to change or just be in our lives because we feel insecure about a certain situation, or we feel that we need that friend even though we don't. So I mean, I think everybody's had a toxic friendship, like everyone. I don't think there's not one person who can say that they've never had a toxic friendship. I've had toxic friendships, but I think it's like not being able to identify the toxic friendship that's like the downfall of everyone. I feel like being able to identify a toxic friend is actually pretty easy, even though it may not seem. Sometimes you don't really realize it when you're in the friendship. But here's one thing that you can do to identify a bad toxic friend. When you have a situation that is positive in your life, like you get a job, or you buy a puppy, or you put a down payment on a new apartment, or you get engaged, what else good? You graduate on time, or like you do something good and you just tell that friend. You call them up, or you could tell them in person or text them. Probably not texting, because that's probably not good, but you need to see their reaction or hear their reaction, and tell them about this wonderful news that you have. And if they do not smile, they do not respond, they're not happy for you, they don't share your joy, they just kind of look or frown, or don't give you a really good reaction, you know that's a bad friend, a bad friend, and you should cut them off. So I feel like that works, because I remember one time I told my friend something. I thought she was gonna be happy for me, and she just was like looking at me. She's like, oh, I'm happy for you, but she didn't seem genuinely happy for you. And a good friend is always gonna be genuinely happy for you all the time, or like 90% of the time, because they care about you. But people who don't care about you aren't gonna be happy for you. They're not gonna be able to feel the same things that you feel. So I think that having a bad friend just saps your energy. So friends, just be careful with them, because they can just do a lot of stuff in your life, and you'll just look up and realize how much of your life they've taken and you can't get it back. So relationships can suck your energy dry. And I have not been in a whole bunch of relationships. I'm not a relationship expert, but I know the basics. So relationships can suck your energy, your positive energy, and almost relationships can suck your positive energy. And almost relationships are basically when you are talking to someone or dating someone, you just still have not put a title on it, and it's been 2, 3 months, 4 months, and you guys have not moved on to the next stage of being in an actual relationship, putting on Facebook. I don't know if people do that anymore, but just announcing it to the world or making it known that you guys are in a relationship. So I've been in a lot of almost relationships. I'm notorious for almost relationships, so I'm not saying that I've never done that before. But I just think it's really important just with relationships to just say, hey, just reevaluate it. Like, hey, talk to yourself, like, think about it, sit down, be like, hey, should I really still be in this relationship? Every time I come home after being with this person, do I feel sad? Do I feel bad about themselves? Do I feel bad about myself? Or does this person like put me down consistently? Or when we go out, do they flake on me? Are they always late? Are they always like saying really rude things or snide comments to me? Like, think about it. Like, I think sometimes we don't like sit down and really think about how people treat us, because I've sometimes that's happened to me. Like, I won't evaluate a situation. I won't think about how someone's treating me because I want that person to be in my life, because I want them to love me, or I want them to like me, or I want them to be a certain way with me, or I like paint this big picture in my mind of how things should be, and they are not that way. And you think things are going to change, but people don't really change. Like, they stay the same. Like, people really stay the same. Like, I mean, sometimes I think it's a rare occurrence. Sometimes people will change, but people stay the same for a long time, and they'll never change. So just being to identify like a relationship and just evaluating how you feel after you spend time with them. I think with being in a relationship, I think that's really important. Just like going home and after like being out with them, feel like, am I happy? Am I sad? Am I confused? Do I feel jealous because they have lots of other people around them that they've been flirting with? Just evaluate it and sit down and think about it. And then I think the hardest part is letting that person go. There's so many people in my life who I've let go, and it hurts. Like, I'm not even gonna say like letting people go does not hurt. It hurts like crap. Like, it hurts really, really bad. But you have to like sit down and evaluate the situation and be like, hey, every time I'm with them, do I feel a certain way, or do they not consistently provide me with attention? Like, if they're not consistently calling you, texting you, the person you're talking to is just kind of sporadic, or if they're like just really sometimey, or like when you try to plan things with them, do they always cancel? Or when you offer suggestions of things you should do, they're like, no, sure, not sure if we should do that, because they just don't want to hang out with you. Like, think about it. Like, just be real with yourself. And I think in the end, it's better for you. Like, when you let them go, you're gonna feel so much better. You're like, hey, I wasted all my time on them, and then now I have to find this new person. Like, you're letting them go so that you could bring a new person back. Bring a new person back into your life, you know? Like, bringing someone who brings that positive energy, someone who supports you, cares about you. You know, letting that person go is making room for someone new and better, much better. So that's another thing. Also with situations, like sometimes I get really sad about certain situations. Like, if you like are doing something and something doesn't happen, or if you like submit an essay, like if you're in college, I'm not in college anymore, but if you turn an essay, you get a C, and you really wanted an A, you thought you were gonna get an A, or like just something just doesn't pan out the way you want it to do. And then that kind of just like drains your energy, and like your positive energy just rolls away. But you have to think of the silver lining in the situation. Like, maybe like if that teacher would have given you an A, you wouldn't have known about all the mistakes you made in that paper, and you could make your writing better. Like, I was an English major, so I'm talking about what I know. Or if you are supposed to go on this trip with your friend to like Japan or wherever, or like Las Vegas, or you're trying to go somewhere for the weekend, and you don't go, you don't know why you weren't supposed to go on that trip. So just thinking of things that weren't supposed to happen. Like, a lot of times I do the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Like, I should have done that, or I should have done that, or would have done that, or couldn't do that. Like, maybe it was not supposed to happen. And I think I have solace in the fact that things weren't supposed to happen. You just gotta think it like that. Or if you like someone and they don't like you back, you weren't supposed to be with that person in the first place. They weren't supposed to like you. It wasn't supposed to happen. So just thinking about things that it just wasn't supposed to happen, and things will pan out perfectly. Like, sometimes when things don't happen our way, in the future they'll go back our way, you know? sometimes just like things happen so that other good things can happen. So I just wanted to put that video out about, you know, using your energy positively and just letting good people in your life and not taking in bad people, or just removing yourself from that situation. But I think it's a really cool topic that a lot of people can relate to. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next week or the week after. Okay, bye!